I'm going to show you, and there's pathways across that path within the Greco self. I know the freestyle coaches have their plan as well. If you ever heard of a mountain climber, something that brings them up is called a Sherpa. So you don't just go to the mountain packing no supplies and try to climb all the way up to the top. That's how people die on mountains. When you go to the mountain, you pack all your supplies, you prepare, and you have somebody that's been to the top of the mountain lead you up that way. They get paid to do it. I'm not getting paid to do it, but I'm going to try to lead you kids up as high the mountain as I can take you. And different people go to different levels. Your mountain might be score a point in this room. Somebody else's mountain might be to get on the USA World team. You might have a kid who's trying to get a college scholarship. So different mountains for different people to climb. Just know that there is a pathway and there's a process that's making this whole plan happen. If you want to be on a world team, you want to be a master, the research says 10,000 hours. I know one kid, Jalen's been putting in his time since freshman year. I'm still putting in my 10,000 hours because I want to be a master. And so I seen the wrestling mountain. I said, dang, I don't know too much about Greco. How do I get good at Greco? I went out to Colorado, where the U.S. Olympic team trains, met all their coaches. They told me the stuff. They've been to the top of the mountain. I talked to the people in the U.S. that won the gold medals, the silver medals, the people that were on our world teams. So if you need help in the practice room, ask. We have good coaches. We got some older wrestlers here. Some people that have made the state finals, some people that have placed in state, some people that have been on the national team. Ask somebody if they do something good. That's the easiest way to get there. Friends, coaches, just find somebody. Even if today you see somebody, wow, they're really doing the moves right, I'm going to go watch what Robert does. He got a good back step. Start to follow somebody else, develop your own style along that way. If you're looking at me like, whew, 10,000 hours, I don't know if I got time for that. I'm a senior. That's okay too. We're going to give you shortcuts and pathways. That's where it's a path, the long one for 10,000 hours. You got a few different pathways. We can get you state level good, even national level good. I broke down a lot of Fargo tape today. The cadets are very sloppy. The juniors, the positioning gets better, but America as a whole is not that good in Greco yet. You can see the results on the world stage, even the senior level. So there's a lot of opportunity to grow. Some of these positional basics you're going to learn today are going to take you a long way. Last year, Jalen made the state finals barely knowing any good. The other day, he couldn't even do a back step. Just the fundamental part. And with that, in Greco, the difference between when we're doing freestyle and folk style, I can see my attacks. Knee over toe, a lot of it's in front of you. Today, we're going to work on a Greco. A lot of the points are behind us. So you got to get used to going backwards and being able to take things like that. The steps you learn today are going to activate something in your body. We got a lot of smart kids in here. It's called myelin. And I made sure to spell it right in case anybody wants to Google me later on and look it up. I'm not just making this stuff up. The myelin is a fancy word. It transmits from your nerves to your brain. So I've been practicing back step all day in the gym. I'm walking around. I'm just doing this type of stuff.
It's true.
Kids look at me like I'm crazy. Half the kids in the school think I am on drugs. Because I'm hand fighting in my classes. I'm working on back steps. Like, man, Coach Kennelly's just been, these last 2 weeks, he's crazy. But I'm developing my muscle memory, my myelin, so when I get one of you kids, I capture you, I'm not going to think. I'm just going to throw you. You got to get used to going backwards. Today, you need to control yourself before you can control anybody else. So that's what we're going to focus on today. That's your shortcuts. Going into that, level 1 for our Greco is going to be defending, which at first when I was researching it seemed very strange, because in folk style and freestyle, with offense, 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 attack to the whistle, attack to the whistle. And then I had to do some more research. Read The Art of War, Sun Tzu. If that person is scared to attack you, you shut down their offense, and now you can create your own. There was a guy up at trying to make the Olympic team. The whole time he never tried a gut wrench on top. I watched the coach go up to him, why don't you try to gut him? During the camp, every time I tried to gut that kid, he floated me. He was scared up on top position to do any offense. That person shut him down. Now when he tried to throw him, he set his feet. The other person pinned him. If you get your defenses so good you can control yourself, you're going to mess up that person's game, then it opens up a lot more pathways for yourself. So start to open your mind and be open to some of these concepts that are very foreign in freestyle and folk. Points backwards, defense first. Just be open. open forum, try some of this stuff out today. Today we're going to work on 3 things. Number 1, what the U.S. is trying to do is survival. The first time we go to international tournaments, we shake hands. Oh, they're pushing us off the mat. We're losing zone points. We're giving up our space. So we need to control the center. If you're getting pushed all over the mat, you're not going to be able to make any of your moves. First contact is going to be key. Holding your own place. You can wrestle 6 minutes, you got a lot more chance to score points and to get down on your opponent than if they go out, they pin you in 30 seconds, you're like, oh, I know I suck. And some people, they get put into a Greco not knowing any moves. I've seen coaches do this at tournaments. A kid signs up for freestyle. Oh, go ahead, wrestle Greco, Johnny. But I don't know any Greco. That's like throwing somebody in a pool that doesn't know how to swim. So you're going to learn the basics first, the positioning, fear of going backwards. Then you're going to start to throw other people, and it's going to all happen fast. But you got to do these basics right. Everybody understand? All right, let's spread out on our own. We're going to go through a couple motions now. Just get your own space. You don't need a partner.